you folks realize what you go through on something like this with tickets. For the last month, Elsie, my wife, who's the entertainment chairman, has been going crazy with tickets, and just like she is today. It's been a problem. That phone rings all hours of the night, and somebody can't make it, somebody wants another ticket, and their Uncle Louie come in town, and you know, it goes on and on. I'd like to have you give Elsie a big hand for the swell job she does. We are now going to have the Mono, where you at? We're not going to have the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to have you all stand up.
It's all right. Pledge allegiance to the flag. The flag is on the right-hand side. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now keep standing, and we're going to sing God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love, and beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the Orient, through the ocean, westward born. God bless America, my own sweet home. God bless America, my own sweet home. Keep standing for the invocation.
Let us have a minute of silence for our deceased players, our relatives, our friends. Lord, for all the good things you have bestowed on us, we give thanks. Our homes, our families, and especially for these friends gathered here today. We give thanks too for the good we are about to receive from thy bounty, and ask thy blessings on it and the hands that prepared it. Dear Lord, may this meal that we share be seasoned from above with thy blessings and thy grace, but most of all thy love. Amen.
Elsie, somebody's at the door. Get the door, Elsie.
Elsie, nice to see you. Yeah, you're in Spring Hill, Florida today, right? Is Nap home?
Yeah, he is. Let me get him. He's probably in the music room over there. Nap, you got company.
Yeah, who is it?
Mama surprised you.
Karen!
Oh,
For crying out loud.
Nice to see you.
Boy, is it good to see you.
Come here, Elsie. Over here.
Okay.
Boy.
Folks,
What-
these are my fine friends in Spring Hill, Florida. Today is March 8th, 1997. We're in Spring Hill, Florida, the home of Nap and Elsie LaFleur. You know, Nap, he's a legend in the concertina world. He's in the World Congress Concertina Hall of Fame. And Nap and Elsie, back in the 1970s, I believe, started the Suncoast Concertina Club in Spring Hill, Florida.
That's
and
right.
as a result, a lot of concertina players moved to Florida to be in Nap LaFleur's Suncoast Concertina
Some of the
Club.
best. George Rico was one
Oh,
of them.
he lives right around the corner here, doesn't he?
2 blocks from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, Elsie is Nap's wife. For many, many years, they're a beautiful couple. And if it wasn't for Elsie, she got the people in droves to come out for the dances.
She's a good promoter
Oh,
of
isn't
tickets,
she?
yeah, I bet.
She could sell tickets like crazy. And she's a beautiful lady. And they have a beautiful home here. And I'm just happy to be here visiting you guys.
We're happy to have you.
Oh,
have you.
and you've done so much, and
Yeah.
you should be remembered in the concertina world. And that's why we wanted to interview you today, Nap, and
I
do
got-
your life story.
I got the only concertina club south of the Mason-Dixie line.
Yeah, wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, Nap, do you think you could play me a few songs?
I'm getting arthritis in my hands quite bad the last year, but I'll do the best I can.
Sure,
I
let's-
still can. Nothing real fancy.
Well, we don't care. We're not
Okay.
fancy people. And Nap, what's your nationality background? Where were your parents and forefathers from?
French and Polish. My dad was born in Alsace-Lorraine, and my mother was born in Posen, Germany, which is now Poland. They used to change the countries, change hands every 2 years over there years ago.
What, did they get married in Europe?
No, they got married in Chicago.
Okay, and who came first? Did they meet in Chicago or?
Yeah, they met in Chicago. My dad at one time was when the Titanic was sunk in 1912, my dad was tending bar at a Hoopy Saloon in Chicago, and he met my mother there, and they got married.
Oh, I see. So that's how you got your nickname,
Yeah,
Frenchie.
Frenchie, that's
Because
right.
You're French, right?
That's right.
And what was your mother and dad's name? Maybe you could show us some pictures of
My dad's my dad's name is Fleur, and he was a concertina player, and he never
and let me touch his concertina. So he wanted me to play a violin. So I got a cheap violin from Sears and Roebuck, and I learned to play that, mostly by myself.
Oh, and yeah, your dad's name again?
My dad's name was Napoleon, the same as mine.
Oh, I see.
Now, I'm the second.
What did your dad do for a living?
He was a machinist at Continental Motors in Muskegon, Michigan. He used to get 33 cents an hour.
Wow.
When I was going to school. And I remember when they came in at $5 a day, we thought they were rich.
Right. Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Did your father play out for dances or just?
No, just for the fun of it. I don't think he ever played for a dance in his life.
Okay.
But he did a lot of playing for at-home parties.
Oh, yeah. What's some of those other pictures? You got a picture of
Here's a picture of me and my sister when we lived in Muskegon Heights, and you can see how big I am.
Oh, what's your sister's name?
Her real name is Edwidge, but we call her Dolly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's a pretty girl too.
She
That's why
plays
they call her.
accordion, doesn't she?
And later on, when she got married, they moved to Flint, Michigan, and she opened up an accordion studio. She sold accordions and taught.
Right.
She was also a good teacher, but not too good of a player.
Oh, I see.
But she was a good teacher.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are great teachers, but not great entertainers.
That's
There's
right.
A difference.
Yeah.
And what's some of those other pictures?
Here's another picture of some friends my father had come to visit from Chicago, also with my sister and me on it. When I was young, I was ugly. My dad used to cut my hair off every summer, all my hair. In fact, my hair right now is gray.
Oh.
And I use youth hair to keep it the natural color.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to be 84 years old
Wow,
in a couple of months.
You look great now. And
Really, 84.
is that a picture of your mother?
And this is my mother and her mother,
And what was your mother's name?
Hertha Martha Cups.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And
This is my mother, and this is her mother.
And what was your grandmother's name then? Her mother's name?
Gee, I don't know her first name.
Yeah.
That was always Grandma.
Grandma.
You know,
Right.
Grandma.
Yeah, right.
And her name is Hertha Martha.
Oh, I
That's my mother. She was a nice-looking woman.
Yeah, and I bet you she sewed all those dresses.
Yeah.
Women in those days, they did sewing,
Yeah.
knitting, cooking, everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Now here's her family. This is my my mother's family. This is my mother. This is my grandmother. This was Bertha, the one there. She died first. This is my Uncle Ernie when he was a kid, the guy that made that violin.
Oh,
That's him when he was a
What
kid.
was his name? Ernie what?
Ernie Cups.
Oh, I see.
And this is Fred and Albert Cups.
And
Yeah.
are they all still alive or?
No, they're all dead.
All dead.
All dead, everyone.
Yeah, who's this?
This is, now this here violin player is this little kid here.
Oh, I see. Ernie.
Ernie. He made about 3 dozen violins by hand.
Oh, wow.
And here's a nice write-up he got.
yeah.
If I had time, I'd like to read it for you, but it's too much.
Right, yeah.
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what kind of wood did he make those out
It
of?
tells you here, I don't remember, but it tells you here about how he checked the grain and everything on the wood before he made a violin.
Was he a wood carver? Or?
No, he worked for a railroad. He's what they call a gandy dancer.
Oh.
He always worked outside. He didn't like working in a shop.
Did he play violin?
He played the violin, but not good. Just due to his fingers, he couldn't work. He played it, never put it on his shoulder. He played it like in his lap.
I understand, Nap, that you played violin.
I play a violin a lot.
That was your first instrument.
That's my first instrument, yeah.
Right.
And here he is again. Now, this is his 2 brothers, Uncle Albert and Uncle Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Uncle Fred, he also played concertina, and he's got a son, Earl Cups, who I understand, I never heard him play, but I understand he's a very good player. I understand he's a very good player. Okay.
I wonder if you have to go up there.
This is my sister, Dolly. This is the one that had the accordion studio in Flint, Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Where's she living today?
She's living now in Muskegon Heights,
Oh, yeah.
in Muskegon. and her husband died. She's living there by herself.
Oh, yeah.
She comes to visit me every year. And here she is again with the fellow that her boyfriend.
Right.
His name is Paul Curtis.
She's still playing accordion?
No, I don't play no more. No. Here she is again. That's my sister. I don't know if you can see it or not. You got some more pictures?
Yeah. Okay, we'll stop now and we'll go to the next one. At what age did you first start working, and what was one of your first jobs in life?
Well, after I joined the Navy in 1929, and they sent me down in Panama, I went to Coco Solo in the submarine base. And after I got out, this was in the early 30s. And as you remember, I think Hoover was president, and there was no jobs. That's when they started that WPA, Work Progress something. And I worked 3 days on and a week off like everybody else did. We'd get $5 a day, which was good money then. But that run out, so I run away from home and went to Detroit, and I got a job at a place called L Diner on Grand River Avenue. I got $1 a day in my eats.
And what did you do there?
And I washed dishes, I cleaned. Them days, we didn't buy much food in cans. Peas had to be shucked, melons had to be cleaned, and pumpkins had to be peeled. You didn't buy canned pumpkin and stuff like you do nowadays.
Right.
And there was a Chinese, not a Chinese, a Filipino boy working there, and his name was Agapito Emmanuel. I'll never forget him. We both got a room together for $1.25 a week, and we both paid half in order to conserve our money. Money was tight then. You can't believe. My son, when he works overtime now for the phone company, he makes more money in one day than I made in a month.
Right. Yeah.
Honest, it's a God-honest truth.
And so,
in one day, he makes more money than I made in a month.
So you went from the diners and you jobbed it, and then you went into the Navy, and in the Navy
The Navy. When I went in the Navy, they put it like you put in for some kind of vocation. So I put in for cook and baker school. They sent me to a place in Panama where I went for 6 months of cooking. I graduated the highest one in my class. And naturally, when I got out of the Navy, I kept on getting little jobs here and there in restaurants and hotels.
Right.
And I also went to Washburn Trade School.
Yeah, let's talk about your Navy days here. You got any pictures there, Nap, of your Navy days?
I made chief commissary steward when I was in the service during the war.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a very good job. Here's a picture of me aboard ship with the two chiefs, Chief Hutchinson and myself here. And this is the stewards that took care of the officers. It was a very big ship. We had over 1,000.
What was the name of the ship?
USS Leonard Wood. It was the flagship of the 7th Fleet.
In the South Pacific?
Yeah, it carried 49 LCBPs aboard.
And what was that year? About what year was
This year, when this picture was taken, this was taken 1944.
Oh, yeah.
Talking
about 1944, that was World War II time. Didn't you cook for 3 famous world leaders, didn't you, that came aboard ship?
Yeah.
Who were they?
Before the war ended, while they were talking about dropping the bomb, they had a conference in Maui in the Hawaiian Islands, and they flew me from Tanjong, Singapore, where our ship happened to be at that time, to take charge of the food for the conference. And I personally got what we called then a short snorter, a bunch of bills from different countries that was signed by Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin.
So you were the cook who fed those three?
No, I was supervised it. And I still have a menu there somewhere that I can show you that we fixed.
What did they eat?
The main dish was prime rib, but they had Yorkshire pudding for Churchill. Stalin didn't eat that. He wanted borscht. I fixed borscht for him with caviar. It's a beet soup.
Oh, I see.
It's a beet soup. And they also had vichyssoise. The Churchill and Roosevelt liked vichyssoise.
What's that?
That's a thick potato soup. But it doesn't sound like nothing, but when you make it, it's something, if it's made right.
How about Roosevelt? What was his?
That's what he had. That's right.
All three of them.
Yeah, and naturally they had all the trimmings to go with it.
Did you actually get to see those three guys?
Oh yeah, I shook hands with all three of them.
With,
Yeah,
Stalin, Churchill, and Roosevelt.
I shook hands with him. Yeah.
Wow, that was awesome.
When Stalin shook my hand, he almost broke it. He was a very strong man.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Roosevelt, he was had polio, right?
Yeah, he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah. And what's that other big plaque there now?
This here is when they gave all the crew aboard our ship, as you can see, the USS Leonard Wood, when we crossed the equator. All of us got one of these here plaques.
Oh, yeah.
Can you read it?
Yeah.
We crossed the equator. They called us shellbacks.
Right. And what year did you get discharged from the Navy?
I got discharged in 1946.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was September 16th, 1946.
Did you have a girl in every port, Nate?
I couldn't even find a girl anywhere. You had a bunch of gooks there in the islands. And some of the guys went with them, but I never did.
What countries did you go in the Navy? Did you travel around the world?
We went everywhere in the Pacific. I hit everything from Guadalcanal. I got on my battle stars on that shirt over there. I've got 11 invasions, and I was all over the Pacific. In fact, sometimes when I wear my shirt, they don't believe it. Here's a few of the medals I got. I got more medals than that on my cap. And I earned every one of them. I got every one of them on my discharge paper to prove it. I'm kind of proud of it. I went through a doings.
So what was your rank when you got discharged?
Chief Commissary Steward.
Oh, yeah.
In charge of all the food.
Yeah.
I did all.
Now, when you got out of the Navy, what did you do in life?
I pursued the culinary trade. I got jobs in hotels and everything and kept working my way up until I got to be executive chef.
Where was that?
What year?
What city in the United States?
Chicago.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. In fact, here's one of my pictures when I was executive chef at the Illinois Institute of Technology, which was run by the government. A very good job. It was one of my first 5-day jobs. Being a chef, you usually have to, your hardest work is on Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. But working at the IIT, I didn't make quite as much money, but I was off all holidays and Saturdays and Sundays, and I loved that. I used to go out on Saturdays and Sundays in country club and do ice work and fancy jobs that nobody else could do.
What's ice work?
We used to carve anything out of ice. In fact, I still got most of my tools yet that I used for ice work.
Oh,
I even used a chainsaw.
What kind of carvings you do?
I made everything. Statue of Liberty and swans, animals. I made a bear one day.
You still do that?
I still do it. Yeah. They still call me once in a while now at the Don Cesar Hotel in St. Pete. And I make stuff. I made stuff about 3 months ago. I made a Statue of Liberty for him out of a block of ice that weighed 1,100 pounds.
Wow. How much you get paid for doing something?
I got $250 for a day's work.
Wow.
And nobody else could do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk about some of those other cooking pictures.
Now this one here is when I worked at the IAT. When I worked at the IAT, which was on the corner of 35th and State in Chicago, Mayor Daley, who then was the mayor of Chicago, lived 6 blocks down the street on 35th Street. And I saved him a private dining room every day, and he stopped by, he got it. I knew him very well. Oh. Every once in a while I'd get a speeding ticket or something, he would take care of it.
Boy, he had a real machine
yeah.
in Chicago. He really knew how to control the city.
He sure was. He was. I'll tell you, when you got to know Mayor Daley, he was a grand guy too. Yeah. And he could be bad when he wanted to be. But he was a good guy to know.
His son is mayor of Chicago.
That's right. His son is mayor now.
Right.
Yeah. Now, remember me telling you about, I made the menu up for that? I want to show you the menu. I got a bad chest here. This was the outside, the USS Lucky, they call the APA-12. Glad to have you aboard. You can see how old this was. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the menu I made. This was good one time, and it has all nautical terms.
Oh, let's read them.
Here's a few of them. King Neptune nectars, King Neptune equatorial canopies, pearl watch, star green aspect, starboard watch, ocean glow rosa. That's a soup made out of tomatoes. Oh. Very good. Stuffed celery, stuffed, I can't see this too good without my glasses. Let me put my glasses on here so I don't make a mistake on reading this. This is worse yet. Stuffed sea yams, Cape Cod sardines, Delta anchovies, starfish rosettes, fantail specials. And this, see, everything is a nautical. The King's hot EV-DV chafing dishes. Something about the Navy side. Seaside chicken a la Hauser. A Hauser is a big rope that ties the ship to the dock.
Oh.
Yeah, and stuff like that. See, here it is.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. I didn't know I'd ever use this again. Here's another one I had written when I worked by 35th and State for, like I told you, Mayor Daley come once a week, called a musical chef.
Oh,
you see it?
Yeah.
Let's see, a musical chef. When you played in Chicago, where did you play?
I played mostly at nightclubs like Mono's Club, and different nightclubs.
Okay, it says Mono's Club. That's Mono. Doesn't he live in Spring Hill here?
Yeah,
What's his real name?
Monokowski.
Oh, yeah.
Call him Mono. He had 6 nightclubs.
Wow.
And we played a lot in nightclubs and stuff like that. Yeah. Once in a while.
Wasn't he a DJ too, Mono?
He what?
Wasn't he a DJ on the radio?
No, Mono wasn't.
Just a club.
His son was.
His son was.
Yeah, but he wasn't ever a DJ.
Yeah, and his son has a band.
Yeah. And here's another article I had written about me called Fit for the Kings. I would like to read these for you, but we don't have time for that.
Were those in magazines?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
These were published in magazines. And here's another one called Spectre that the IAT put out. Here I'm sampling a soup in the kitchen. And here's one where I opened up a big restaurant called the St. Moritz, and it's special invitation only. And this here says, our cuisine will be personally sponsored by Monsieur Napoleon J. Fleur, expert of international cuisine.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Where was the St. Moritz?
That was 79 in South Chicago Avenue. Nice, very nice restaurant. I think it's still there yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's still there. This is when I belonged to the Continental Coffee Company bowling team. Incidentally, I was captain of that team, and my average for the year was 184. That's for the year.
Oh, yeah, wow.
So every time you bowl, you always bowl 1 or 2 200 games.
Yeah.
Of course, you always have one lousy game,
Yeah,
too.
you still go bowling in
But
Florida?
all these guys, I think all these guys are dead except me.
Yeah.
No, I can't bowl.
No.
I got a bad shoulder.
Yeah.
But I love to bowl.
Yeah.
Gee, I thought somebody was out there. That was in 1953.
Yeah. Only thing with bowling, you got to keep your mind out of the gutter.
That's right. Now, when I first moved to Florida in 1970, you always dream about, boy, it'll be great. You don't have to get up in the morning. But after a month of that, I got tired of it. So I put in for a job at Endersbrook Country Club, which is one of the finest country clubs in the United States. You know that, don't you?
Right. That's down in,
yeah.
Was that Clearwater or Holiday?
No, it's between here and Clearwater.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it's in Palm Harbor.
Yeah, they have tennis championship there,
Yeah,
golf championships.
that's right. They're the only golf course got 3 full golf courses on the same grounds.
Oh, yeah.
3. Not 1 or 2, 3.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's absolutely
Beautiful. So I got a job. I seen they wanted a line cook. So I went out there and applied for the job for something to do. And after I worked one day, the chef called me in his office and he says, Knapp, he says, you're no line cook. He says, do you know anything about banquet work? I said, sure. What do you want? He says, I'm going to make you a banquet chef. So from then I worked banquet chef. Had a real good job. Now here's a picture of me and the top chef, Chef Carl. He's got that European medal around his neck, and I'm standing right next to him. Can you see that?
Sure.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I had to quit there, Karen, because they were taking more money out of my pay than I was making. Them days, see, now I can work and make as much as I want because I'm over 70.
Right.
But them days, you made so much, they take your money out.
Right.
They only allowed you, I think, something like $1,700.
Oh, yeah.
After that, they took all the rest, so I quit.
Yeah, right.
I figured, what the hell am I working for nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this here I got in 1940. I will read this for you. This School of Restaurant Management. This certifies that Napoleon Fleur has satisfactorily completed the course of study prescribed in the market knowledge, specifications, purchasing and receiving, menu planning, ingredient control, formula cooking, portion control, and cost kitchen management, dining room service, and restaurant operating principles. And is awarded this diploma, given in Chicago, Illinois, the 16th day of December, 1940. And it's also signed by Washburn and Henry Bowling and all the big shots in Chicago. See this?
Right.
Okay.
Say,
That's it.
Nape, I got to ask you a question. You have a good friend, George Rica, don't you?
One of my best friends.
And he's in the Concertina Hall of Fame, too.
Yeah, he's in.
At what time in your life did you meet George, and how did you meet him?
Jesus, I come to tell you, the first time I met George, I don't remember the first time. I believe it was, we used to hang out in a place on Ashland Avenue called Jimmy Hurta's Concertina Lounge.
Did you take lessons from Jimmy Hurta, or?
Yeah, I took some lessons from Jimmy Hurta.
He's in the Concertina Hall.
He's also in the Hall of Fame. He got in deceased, Karen.
Yes.
After he died, he got in.
Right.
Jimmy Hurta, he was a good player, but he had a very bad temper. And if you did one little thing he wouldn't like, he didn't even want you in his tavern. He was a funny guy.
Right.
But I always got along good with him.
Yeah.
And so did George.
Yeah. And tell me about George. Didn't he build, he's good at electronics. Didn't he build an organ?
Yeah, George, if George would have got a patent on his first Argentina, he would be a multimillionaire today.
What's an Argentina?
The Argentina is an instrument that you can, when you press a key on the concertina or accordion, anything that's got keys, you can get a variation of tones. like you heard where I play, you get a guitar, violin, mandolin, saxophone, organ. And George is the first one that invented that.
Yeah, I heard
He's the
about
first, and he did it in my basement.
Wow.
When I was married to my first wife.
Uh-huh.
He did it in my basement. We worked on that because them days when the war was over, you couldn't get stuff, order stuff like you got now, except to a government. And when I was working at the IIT, I could get government orders because I worked there.
Right.
But George would order them through me, and he built his first unit down there.
Oh, yeah. And so.
He's a genius.
Oh yeah. And did you start playing together in Chicago?
Little by little we started going. We'd go on vacations together, and we all had a lot of fun. We had two little grand doubles. No, Jim. Remember the Jim? G-E-M? Little doubles. They're real loud. They got a good bark to them. And him and I used to go and play. We just had a lot of fun.
Yeah, right.
It was just fun.
Where did you play? Where did you go?
All over. We went a lot to, you know, in Minnesota, after we left Cerniak's house, we'd go up to Ely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I loved Ely.
Ely, Minnesota.
Yeah, Ely, yeah.
A lot of accordion people, concertina lovers in Minnesota.
I loved Ely.
Yeah.
Then we played, and we had a certain routine we went through. Did you ever hear of Virginia City?
No.
Well, that's between Duluth and Ely.
Oh, yeah, Virginia, Minnesota.
Yeah, Virginia.
Yeah, right.
We'd stop there. We had two places there we always played, and there was a priest. It seems to me like somebody out there. There was a priest that lived there that every time we went there, he'd hire us.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd play in church songs.
Oh, Father Perkovich.
Yeah, that's him.
He wrote the Book of Mass.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Book of
Every
Mass.
time we got there, we had to go see the priest.
Yeah.
And we always played in church songs, and he loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
His mother and Joe Speck's mother took European songs, waltzes and polkas, and they wrote these religious words
Did
to
you
the
know
song.
him?
Yes, he's a very good friend of
Oh,
mine.
be damned.
And he created the polka mass, which has gone all over the world and even to the Vatican.
My God.
Yes, I've attended his polka mass.
Well, George and I was one of the first ones that played that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you? I heard you played in New Orleans once too.
Oh, yeah, a couple of times you played in New Orleans.
Yeah. Say, Nap, didn't you used to own a bar in Chicago?
Yeah.
What was the name of the bar?
When I got it, I called it the Corliss Poker Club.
Uh-huh.
I had an Italian fella that I used to have as a friend. He owned this here Corliss Club, that he called it. And he got in trouble. He bought some phony counterfeit money, and they caught him, and they had to get rid of the tavern. So I got the tavern for a real cheap price. And I set up in the front of the window accordion, a set of drums, concertina, saxophone, and I let all the musicians that come in play. And boy, before you know it, we really had a swinging joint.
Packing them in.
And who, lo and behold, Elsie, I didn't know Elsie then. Elsie lived one block from there, and she heard about the place, and she had 4 or 5 girlfriends, sometimes even more. They would come over and drink looking for guys. You know how it was.
No,
You know, guys look for girls and girls look for guys. She would come over, and she was good for business. When Elsie would come in with her girlfriends, I'd always give her drinks for nothing.
Yeah,
And she would go, oh, you like that, you know.
Look at all the money I made for it.
Yeah, she made good money for it.
Bringing a pile of women in some little corner.
And Karen-
bar, all nice looking. We were young.
What?
A lot of guys come around to it.
Every once in a while, when I didn't, I was selling hamburgers too, and they get dishes piled up, she'd go in and wash all the dishes.
Oh.
So I liked that, you know, kept the plates clean.
Yeah.
And
Money for him, and I cleaned his dishes.
then Karen, where I was working at the IIT, which was run by the government, somebody told them I had a tavern. I got called up in the office and says, either get rid of the tavern or quit your job. So what I did, I give the tavern to Elsie.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And you know something? She did.
Behind the historic Florence Hotel
Over there,
bar.
over there. Smile. This is in the Florence Hotel.
Elsie.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And you know something? She did a better job than I did.
Say, Elsie, what kind of jobs did you do during your life? You were
I was a top
bookkeeper.
bookkeeper, but I had a lot of fun. But I'm not a drinker, and I built it up. If somebody would come in and he wouldn't like what they say, he said, "Get out." I used to say, "Let me get your cup of coffee." Yeah, I was like a mother to them, you know.
Uh-huh.
And my
They used to call her mother.
They used to call me Ma, the young guy. They had a lot of young guys come in, and my son.
What's your
looked
son's
older,
name?
Jack
Uh-huh.
Udak, and he looked older than his age, you know. And he's a tall. Well, you saw he's a tall guy, and
Hurry
he
up,
used to
boy.
help me, you know. He
Yeah.
used to wait on the people and everything.
She'd buy a ham on Friday, put out a ham, help yourself to ham sandwiches, potato salad. Pretty sick she had the joint jam
Had
packed.
a happy hour.
Yeah.
The guys called
She
me
give it
out.
to him, free.
I give it to them, you know. I say, and if they'd be broke, sometimes I'd give them a little money and say, "Oh, pay me back for all that." My son used to say, "Ma, you never get it back." I said, "All right, give him $5 or $10." A guy needed it for something,
Right.
and he come, and then after about 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. He called up. I said, "Well, you know, I got to work. I can't take off. You know, it's like I'm so busy because I had to quit my good job, you know, to take over that bar."
Right.
So anyway, when Nap come in, it was so crowded. He said, "What the hell are you giving away?" "Giving away." I said, "Everything but sex."
What's the date?
What was the date of our wedding?
March the 28th, during the big snowstorm,
1970.
1968.
68.
Did you have
She's Elsie and Nap.
of Dog Park and 107th Street.
107th and South Park, staying in front
Now
of the
we're
church
going
where
to
they
go
got
up by the
married.
steps.
Now they're going over to the steps.
The church where we got married.
Now walk
Okay.
walk down the stairs.
Look at how lucky you were, Jerry.
Going down the steps to where they nailed me.
Right.
After they nailed
This is
After they nailed
this
me.
is where Elsie nailed Nap.
Who
Mary.
played for your wedding dance, the singing act?
What's that?
What kind of music do you have at your wedding party?
You know, it's the funniest thing. We hired George to play for us,
Yeah.
and he never showed up.
Oh, no.
So I had a concertina in the car, and I had some concertina players, and then we had that Gil Samanidi play the organ. We made our own music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean a big place.
Yeah. And
I got a picture I want to
did
show
you
you.
go on a honeymoon?
Huh?
Nap, what's that album there?
This is an album that the organ player made where Elsie and I got married. The place was called The Golden Age, and Gil Simonetti was the organist. Very top man. Here is a picture. I wish I had a bigger picture of it. It's called The Golden Age on 79th Street. It was a big fancy nightclub, and that's where we got married in there.
Where we had our dinner there.
Yeah,
We got married in the
we
Presbyterian
got married in the church, yeah. But that's where we had our reception.
Oh, yeah. Who was your best man and bridesmaid?
My son and daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack.
Is that a
Yeah.
picture of your son
Yeah,
there,
that was
Elsie?
when he was in the service.
Yeah, what's your son's name?
John Hudak.
And
Oh,
how
yeah.
old was he when you got married?
Oh, God, he was already married himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
How old was he? He lives in Clearwater.
Oh, yeah.
He's that one, the other picture out there.
You said you remember when he could hardly see over the bar, huh?
Yeah, I remember when you have to look like this to see him.
Yeah. Talk about some of the, what's this picture?
Oh gosh, I can talk about this picture for a week.
Show it this way.
This here is a picture of the Berwyn Bohemian American Concertina Association.
And where's that?
That's in Berwyn, naturally Berwyn, Illinois, in Chicago,
Yeah.
suburb of Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Berwyn, you know, and Cicero. And a group of all concertina players, except a few violin players and accordion men in the back, that formed the association, and most all of them are Czechoslovakians, almost all of them. And this is where George got me in here in the beginning. Here's a picture of me over here playing. You can see how young I was then.
Yeah. George's father's in there, too.
George's father is right here.
Yeah, and isn't Crazy Otto in
Crazy Otto is right here.
Right.
Yeah, there's Crazy Otto.
And,
Is there anybody else you know in here?
Urban?
Urban, yeah, he's right here. Art Urban.
Yeah.
Very good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Art
And
Urban.
who started that club?
Actually, I don't know who started it, Karen. It was started a long time ago. This was the director, and after this picture was made, this guy died the next week.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the next week he
Well,
died.
that's why we have to preserve history, Elsie, and
Yeah.
that's why we're doing this video,
Yeah.
to preserve history.
Yeah, he died
And
the next
that's a very historical picture. There was doctors and
Yeah.
chemists in that band,
Well, he
too.
loved to play.
Oh, there's some. This guy was here was a deputy sheriff. This guy here owned a drugstore. I mean, these were all men.
Professional men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real. They had a good background,
That loved
but
music.
they all.
What is this? This is
This is where I got put in the Hall of Fame.
the World Congress Concertina Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And who started that?
Zimmerman,
And Pat Waters?
Pat Waters, and Zimmerman.
And
Yeah,
what's Zimmerman's first name?
Jack.
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 And his father's name is Ziggy?
I don't know. I thought it was Jack too.
Oh, it's Jack.
Yeah.
The father.
I don't know if Ziggy.
Yeah. And usually they have the Concertina Hall of Fame dinner every year, right? In the
Every year,
presentations.
every
And
year.
that's in Union City,
Michigan.
Michigan.
That's right.
And
They come down here from Muskegon. I haven't seen her in over 20 years. First time I seen her in 20 years. This is my wife, Elsie. This is another friend of ours, Elsie, I believe her name is. I don't know your last name, Elsie.
Howard.
Yeah, and that is Kay, a friend of ours for many years. And Mary, her husband is taking the pictures with our video camera.
affectionately, reason they call him Nap or Nappy, his name's really Napoleon. We love him. Nap, Fleur. That's the answer right there that we wanted a while ago. They're not obsolete. It looks like it when you're tied down to one small city or 2 blocks in the same city. If you don't know where they're at, you're going to think they're dead. Members of this club number, I said in the 50s, but I was corrected. There's more than that. It's growing rapidly. They played at Strawberry Festivals, the Matterhorn, New Mall, Port Richey, civic clubs, churches, political rallies, nursing homes, radio, TV, and they've given much publicity to, again I say, the Chemnitzer concertina, invented by Carl F. Yulee. We have to be specific. When you say concertina, there's more than one kind. Generally speaking, if you want to identify a concertina, which I've tried hard to identify a concertina.
I came in here today, honest to God, I thought I died and went to heaven. I see so many old friends, people I haven't seen for 25, 30, and 35 years. I don't want to start mentioning names, they're too numerous, but you know who I mean. This award to me is great, just great. We had a great philosopher in the United States. His name was Will Rogers. And while accepting an award one day, he said, I don't deserve this. But he said, I've got arthritis and I don't deserve that either. I think that my wife, Elsie, deserves this award as much as I do. Would you stand up, Elsie? We went down to Florida, and I played with Baca, as Chuck knows, for 15 years. And I enjoyed the concertina, and not only enjoy a concertina, I love the concertina. I think that's the only instrument you can love. You really can fall in love with a concertina. And I wanted to start a concertina club. And I could have never done it without the help of Elsie. With all the correspondence that we had, contacting different places, she typed them all for me. She's a very good typist. Radio stations and whatnot to get this thing going. And we started out with 4 players, and when we started announcing a concertina club, believe me, they come out of the woodwork. You think there isn't concertina players around? Man, they were coming from all over. None of them could play, but anybody could play a concertina. I don't care how bad or what they ever played. To me, they're great. I admire all concertina players. Every concertina player can play, and I love them. And we started this club, and every month we put out a lot of correspondence, which Elsie takes care of. Like I said, I couldn't get along without her. Another thing, when you've got a band, you've got to have good players. Your players are very important. One guy said that I'm just as bad as my worst player. And we've got a bunch of good players, and you can see by the turnout we've got here what they think of the Suncoast Concertina Club in Florida. I think we got more members than anybody here for one club. They love the Concertina Club, and it's getting bigger every day. Another thing, we've got a wonderful music arranger. George Rica arranges all our music. And if any of you ever played any of Rica's arrangements, you know what I'm talking about. We've got,
stand up, George. Elsie and I made up 23 books of concertina music, each one with 500 songs in it. And most of these songs, George arranged. We've got songs for different numbers that the average concertina player would give his right arm to have. You can always buy a concertina, but to get a good arrangement on songs and a good library, that's something that you cherish when you get it. And I want to thank all our players, and I want to thank my wife for helping us make the Suncoast Concertina Club great. And we are great. Cindy has been down to my house down in Florida. He's seen a little of what we've done. And I'm going to promote the concertina as long as I live. And I want to thank all the officers and all the judges in the World's Concertina Congress for electing me. And I want to tell you in closing that you have put a lot of fellows, or people rather, in this World's Concertina Congress, but you have never put a person in this Concertina Congress, or never will, that loves the concertina much as I do. Thank you.
How many guys play in the Suncoast Concertina Club? What year did you start it, and who are some of those guys who were first in the band?
This is the first bunch of guys I had in the Concertina Club. Frank Juranic and the drummer I had, Sal,
Skip,
are the only two that are living. Skippy Knapp, very good concertina player. All these guys. Earl, what was Earl's last name?
I don't remember.
Stella's husband.
Rojak, Stella Rojak.
Yeah.
Stella Rojak, his husband. And this is the fellow here, this guy and Mono, he got a stroke. All the rest of them are dead.
He's sitting in a chair.
There's only two of these fellows living.
And the Suncoast Concertina Club, you started in what year?
I started in 1984.
84.
84.
And you play all over Florida, don't you?
Yeah, we played in Melbourne, Sarasota,
Cape Coral?
Cape Coral, all over.
The State Fair?
State Fair. We played the State Fair every year except this year.
Well, and what congressman is, you've played...
This is, Congressman Mike Bilirakis. Here's a picture. I played at Edinburgh Country Club for most all of his comeback every time he wanted to run for Congress. And this woman here is
Our friend
Mildred Wenberg. She is standing alongside Mike Bilirakis' wife. She and Elsie used to go to school together.
Oh.
And they were very good friends all through the years. In fact, she is one of her and her husband, who was a state policeman, are one of the reasons we're in Florida. Her husband's brother, what'd they call him? John?
Yeah.
Bought a house in Newport Richey. And we come down here to visit them. That's the first time I seen Newport Richey. And we liked it so well, we said when we retire, that's where we're going.
Yeah.
And she is today living in Palm Harbor.
Okay.
A very good friend of ours.
How about Bilirakis? Is he still in office?
Oh yeah, he's still in office yet, yeah.
And every November you had your annual big party, didn't you?
Yeah, he always comes to it.
Yeah, and you invited dignitaries.
Yeah, yeah.
And you had a judge there always.
Judge Springstead, who is the head judge in this county.
Mother and father.
Yeah.
We helped to get him in a...
We also have Sheriff Mylander in our club. And a lot of, almost everybody that's anybody.
And you have a big fan club, don't you?
What's that?
You had a fan club.
Well,
How many
God.
Club.
How many members?
We had close to 350.
350.
Yeah.
And you had monthly dances.
One dance a month.
And then and you had not only did they dance and have a good time, but they had a feast too.
Yeah.
And he did all the big cooking.
I always cooked all of the meat items. We'd have beef stroganoff, roast beef, roast turkey. Once in a while we'd have one of them sandwiches like hamburger, hoagie sandwich and stuff. I always made all of that. And the ladies all brought a covered dish. You know, either a vegetable potato salad or something.
Desserts. We all brought, all us ladies brought that, you know, a lot of cakes and stuff. We cooked every month in our kitchen. We'd cook up the stuff, and always gets a card out to us.
Here's one of the latest letters I got from Bill Arrakis. This is that same picture with Mildred Winberg on it. And this is Mike talking to me about what he wanted to do at the dance. Here's a letter he wrote me after the dance. He put on, "Dear Nap, tomorrow I'll be over again." That means he won. "I truly appreciate you having been such a great part of our campaign. Please extend my thanks to Mrs. Fleur and to your entire orchestra. I still get comments on your beautiful music. I appreciate your friendship. Your friend Mike." Isn't that nice? And here's another one we got from the Prince of Polkas in Chicago. This here is
Eddie Caruso.
Eddie Caruso and his wife Zora.
Oh, Eddie Caruso, he wrote the Baby Doll Polka.
That's right. He's also a great friend of ours.
Yeah, does he play, what instrument does he play?
He plays a version of the button box.
Oh, yeah.
And he's good.
Yeah, and his son is Bruce Caruso.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Bruce.
And Bruce, his band was in the movie
That's right.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Right.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Right.
I'm surprised you knew that.
Well, I keep up with everything. That's my business.
Yeah.
I make it my business.
Yeah. Yeah, Home Alone. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes, I did.
I seen it too.
The video.
He played back at a bar.
And who's...
I'm going to introduce another gentleman, and I want to tell you, this gentleman, I knew him before I knew Nance. I used to kind of have my eye on him, but he always had so many women around. So I met Nance, and he said, "I'm going to take you to a place that's a lot of fun." I said, "Really, where is it?" He said, "Eddie Caruso." I thought I knew him already. He said, "You know everybody." Well, come on up here, Eddie. And I want to introduce Zara. Zara, stand up. Get behind that, too. She's great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm honored that you invited me last year. In fact, last year. And I almost missed it today because we had a wedding 7 weeks ago, and I said, "No, I can't make it." And I said, "I'll tell you what, no, you've got to play for our wedding day." He said, "Please," for today. And I said, "I'll tell you what." I said, "How long have you been going with her?" He says, 5 years. I said, "What's one more week?" I said, "This is the truth." I said, "Make it the following week and I'll be there." So just to be here, I moved up their wedding. But we go back with Alice and Nate, I won't tell the years, over 40 years. They've been wonderful, wonderful people, guests, friends, and whatever you may call them, honest. Terrific, Nate and his lovely wife Alice. I met their son, and thank you very much. It was a pleasure being here. Thank you. Let's see, 1, 2. Well, you don't have to worry, folks. I only know 3 numbers. I won't be up there long. Okay. Everybody's got a baby doll. Now here's a song I wrote 50 years ago, over 50 years. The Baby Doll Polka. Grab your polka partner. are my baby doll. You are my baby doll. You are my baby doll. You're my sweetheart now. Now don't cry, my baby doll. Don't you cry, my baby doll. Don't you cry, my baby doll. Oh, you're my sweetheart now. La 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 la. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I got one more polka. All right. Oh, Mary, come over my house and do my ironing. See, a lot of wives that want to iron the old man's shorts. So he used to get his girlfriend Mary, and she'd do the shorts for him. Oi, Marichka! Pig like me. Oh, Mary, come over and do my ironing.
Fleur, get up here. We have a little job to do. Eddie Caruso and Zara Caruso, we want you to come up here to the stage with us.
You know, as you go along in life, everybody has got friends. But there are friends and there are friends. A lot of times you got friends and you get sick and go to the hospital or something, you never see them, you never hear from them. This Eddie and Zora Caruso not only called me 3 or 4 times from Chicago, when they came down to St. Petersburg, which was one hell of a ways from Bay Point Hospital, they're over to the hospital a couple times a week to see me. And not only that, whenever we play out, and Eddie's anywhere in the area, he comes and plays in our band. And he'll never accept anything for it.
So we decided that we wanted to get him a nice plaque and make him and Zora honorable members of our club for life. So this is a plaque I'd like to have you read. He's known in Chicago as the Prince of Polkas. Would you care to read that? Yes. Appreciation. To Eddie and Zora Carosa, known to all of the fans, for the Prince of Polkas, for all your work that you've been doing, and I need my glasses. I can read without glasses just when you're nervous. I didn't expect this. I came to the hospital to see you because you're our buddy. Carrying true thoughtfulness to the Suncoast Concertina Club, honoring members of 1992, Eddie Carosa and Zara Carosa. And we really mean that too, after all. Now here's something else we want to give them. You want to show it to the people? Where do you want to show it to them? That's something else. There was music. I don't know what kind of kids you had, but mine was full of music and caca. It's better. There's a picture of Eddie and Zora at the Polish Club. We're singing at the Polish Club.
Now, who is this fellow?
Oh, that's Frank Yankovic.
Who's he?
He's a polka king.
America's polka king.
Oh, king of the United States.
In this other house before he moved down. He used to come about 3 times a year.
Polka King visits Spring Hill.
Yeah.
Now here's Frank Yankovic.
That was our house.
And this is me, and this is Mono, a nightclub owner. See, Polka King visits Spring Hill. That's when he was at our house.
We had that bigger house.
And
he's my idol. I love Frank.
we were playing at the Polish Club, and here I played one set with him. There's Yankovic, Joey Miskulin. You must know him.
Oh yes, Joey's.
And here is Mono before he got sick, and I played a whole set with him.
But we had fun.
That's when I was still good yet.
We had fun when
What's
they
that?
Yeah.
There's a picture of my band where I was leading at. This was at Missouri Town.
Yeah.
Here's George Rica here.
Yeah, right.
Where's
See
another picture of you here?
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Nice picture.
yeah. Here's a picture of me standing up.
Oh, yeah.
I did a lot of standing up
That's
playing.
a good picture.
Yeah.
And now we have a special friend, 2 friends. We have Frank and his lovely wife, Iris. Come on up here, Frank. I know I don't have to introduce Frank much. Everybody knows you because you're on a Hoya when Frank's around.
Okay, all I want to say, thank Nap and Elsie and the Concertina Club for inviting us here. Pleasure to see everybody here. And I'm going to do exactly what Nap does. You know, Frank said, we have a meeting, we talk 15 minutes and that's in music the rest of the night. So I'll quit talking right now.
Thank you, Frank. You've known Frank for many years. You're lovely bride here. Stand up a minute, Ida. Give Ida a big hand. You know what they always say? You've got to be like every good...
Oh, this is Kenny Bass. He's one of the greats.
In Cleveland.
Yeah, here's Kenny Bass here.
He's
He
a
played bass.
player. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Who was his accordion player? Do you know?
that I
Was
couldn't
that
tell you.
Georgie Cook? I
He
think
could have
so,
been, yeah. He could have been, Karen,
he's
yeah.
dynamite. He writes
Yeah.
great songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Out of
Kenny Bass.
Cleveland.
Very, very good band.
And this is Jim Duffy's band.
And where's Jim Duffy?
See, they were here, but the father died, and the fellows.
Do you know what they called his band?
No.
The Polka Poppers.
Oh yeah, the Polka Poppers.
Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, I have his record.
Yeah, yeah. This Jim Duffy played Elsie hired him in Chicago before she even knew me.
Because I was president.
Very good band.
I hired him
Very
to
good
play
band.
Irish music, and he played Irish music.
Oh, yeah.
And they're mostly all dead.
Who's,
This is a picture of Myron Florin.
who's Myron Fleur?
Myron Florin is the accordionist with Lawrence Welk's band and me.
And he was
I wanted to play with him, but he's out of my class.
Oh, yeah. Myron.
He's way ahead of me.
Myron, right now, he's doing a tour of Florida.
Is he?
Every January or February, he tours the whole Florida.
They usually get him in the Polish Club.
Right.
We
Yeah.
have a front seat there because I was the one that brought the
Yeah.
shows in.
Well,
Not even Polish.
Lawrence Welk was a very smart man from
Damn right he
North
was.
Dakota. He wasn't the best accordion player
That's right.
in the country, but he was he had a dream and an idea, and he took his dream. He hired the best of musicians, including Myron Florin, took him to Hollywood, and he got a sponsor and got on TV, and the rest is history.
Okay, this is to begin with, this is our son, Jack, his wife, Sandy, and Angie, the daughter. Of course, she's a big girl. In fact, she already has had a baby already. And this is Christopher. And Jack used to be a lot better looking when he had hair. He lost all his hair. I don't know how did he lose his hair?
I don't know.
Probably hereditary.
Yeah,
Hereditary.
he got a beard but no hair. That's
Beautiful family.
They live in
Very nice guy.
they live in Clearwater and Feather Sound.
Oh, what does he do for a living?
He's got a boss job at a phone company.
Oh, I see.
He's got a good job.
Yeah. And what's these other pictures now?
This is me dancing with his daughter,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
our
Angie.
What's her name?
granddaughter,
Angeline.
Oh, yeah.
Angeline is dancing with her daughter. Okay,
What's this?
that's nothing.
Oh, okay. Here's our great-grandson.
Here's a great-grandson dressed up in a rabbit suit or something
yeah.
sitting by the
That's Andy's
fireplace.
baby.
And here's Christopher, his boy.
Oh, yeah.
Christopher.
There's a better picture of Angie.
Yeah, there's a better
Oh, yeah.
picture of her.
Cute.
Yeah.
What's her baby's name?
TJ.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler John.
Yeah.
Nap, my husband's name is, our son's name is John, and Nap's middle name is John, so Angie named him Tyler John.
Great name.
Nap said, why didn't you name her Napoleon? She said, Graham.
Eh,
Yeah. Oh, here he is. Here.
Very cute kid. Look how pretty he is. He's too pretty to be a boy.
Like her.
Yeah.
She's a
Look.
beautiful little girl.
Any of these kids into music?
And Karen,
Where's Christopher's picture?
Karen, when you see him, the picture doesn't do him justice. He's even better looking than the picture.
Are they musical?
Not that I know, no.
Not yet.
No.
Did you see
Yes,
Christopher?
right.
Yeah.
Elsie and Nape, it's been a real pleasure coming to your beautiful home here in Spring Hill, Florida. And you know, Nape, a lot of people, why I'm doing these videos on the history of the accordion, button box, and concertina players in this country, is a lot of people see these guys playing on the stage. And, you know, there's a lot of gossip. They drink, they've been married several times, and this and that. But, hey, that's a musician's life, and it's a lot of fun and everything. But a lot of you musicians have great stories behind yourself and great professions. And we got to prove in America that our polka people are ABC, accordion, button box, concertina artists, are also professional people with other careers backing them up.
That's right.
And, well, folks, we want to bring it to end, and once again, keep a song in your heart, a smile in your face,
I think
and
this
love
is what
in your
kept
heart.
my
Karen, you're doing a great job. Believe me, you're doing a great job, and we'll never forget you. The polka field, you'll go down as one of the greats of what you're doing. Believe me, you're going to be one of the greats.
everybody. It sure is a pleasure to see so many friends, relatives, and guests at our 8th annual dinner dance. I didn't prepare any speech. Everything is off the top of my head here. I'm also glad to be here. In fact, after getting out of the hospital after 2 months, I'm glad to be anywhere. We had a great philosopher a few years back by the name of Will Rogers. I imagine most of you heard of him, if you've never seen him. And while accepting some kind of a plaque one day, he got up before the mic and he says, "I really don't deserve this." But he says, "I've got arthritis and I don't deserve that either." So that's the way I feel about this. I really don't deserve this. It's you folks that make the club and make us all happy. We are strictly a fun club, as most of you know, and most all of you can't wait till the second Tuesday of every month to come to one of our meetings where we have a lot of fun. We have music, and the cooks, these women cooks are getting better every day. Boy, last time we had a great meal. I'm telling you, you couldn't get a meal like that for $10 off. The meal was absolutely great, girls. You're doing a great job. And now I'm going to turn this mic back over to John. I don't want to talk too long because I'd probably give out on that thing. Here you go, John. And that invocation was great.
Thank you, Nat. You know, last night was one of the pleasant moments of my life. When I walked in, I never expected to see Frenchie, Nap, Fleur, and Elsie attend the show. And believe me, it was a thrill.
Next on our agenda is Mr. John Stasel, the president of the Polish-American Philosophy Club. I want to tell you, I told everybody the other day at our meeting, it's the most beautiful club in the whole area, and thanks to John and Helen, his wife, and all the officers, they made it a beautiful club, and we were in it since the beginning.
I don't know how well I'm going to do here, but anyway, I left my glasses at home and I borrowed my wife's. And you know what this means? It means I'm blinder than... And another thing, Frenchie, if you're aware, sometimes my uppers jump out. So on behalf of the Board of Directors and members of the Polish-American Plastic Association, we send our best, here we go, best wishes and congratulations to the Suncoast Concertina Club's 8th anniversary dinner dance. My wife and I wish to thank you both, Elsie and Nat, for your invitation that you have given us today to help celebrate this beautiful occasion with you both and your invited guests. Your lives, which have given much time towards promoting activities which require the ethnic music for helping the preservation. It also can be said that you both continue to be and do the same thing with Nat giving all his strength to help the causes of his liking, which is the polka music, the band that he loves so, and the love for and happiness for his followers. For these many ethnic activities, you have been rewarded and Nat given the honor of being inducted as a few years ago into the Concertina Hall of Fame. for which you deserve. And I know for this honor, which is so far in between, you both have been very happy and proud. God bless you all, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Well, we're not going to have a real long introduction, but I'm going to introduce our special guest. And I really appreciate it. There's a young man here. I think our club kind of adopted him in Robin. He's a young judge. When I first met Mr. Jack, he worked in the state's attorney's office, right? What? Public defender's office. Now he's our biggest judge in Fernando County, and he does a great job. So Jack Springfield, come on up here and say a few words.
Well, I'd just like to express my appreciation to Nap and Elsie for inviting us here today. And I'm not going to take up a lot of time. Just like I say, it's good to be here with everybody. It's always fun when you come to the Concertina function. I would say, as a follow-up to the comment about their monthly meetings, it is a blast. I can assure you, I've been to them myself, and it's a lot of fun. I don't get there as often as I'd like anymore because it's about a 40-minute drive from the courthouse to get there, and I only have an hour and a half for lunch, so I don't have much time to do that anymore. They keep me busy down at the courthouse.
You know, as always, that Stella's the luckiest girl in the whole club. She always gets this handsome sheriff to sit next to. And I don't know, I've been watching him. I don't know what's going on over here. Sheriff Highlander, will you come on up? Look at the handsome sheriff we have in Fernando County. Let's go look at him. You ever get a ticket, tell me going to the Central Concertina Club. They might go easier, right?
Yeah, we've already discussed that already. One thing good about sitting at this table, Judge, we can probably clear up a lot of cases because all of a sudden they start copping out all these things they're involved in over the years. And Stella, she said she was over in Poland, and I have to say that we already knew that because Interpol let us know all about her activities over there. So, but again, it's certainly a pleasure to be here with you all. I think we've been here, 6 or 7 years. 7 years since you all started your get-togethers, and it's always been something I've looked forward to, and it's part of the family. And I, again, appreciate the opportunity to come out, and Elsie and Nap, they're like family, and we appreciate it all. Thank you.
Next I'm going to call on Mr. Kodak. Where's Frank Kodak? Oh, here he is. Well, you're over with Stella now, too, right? What's going on? As you know, I'm sure you met Frank before. He's an officer in the Pulaski Club. And I'm sorry to say, John and his lovely wife, Helen, couldn't come out. We have Frank, and we have Frank here, and we have his lovely wife, Rose. And we have John, we'll introduce him later with his wife, so we have a lot to represent the Colors Club. Hold on.
He said I should say hello to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, believe me. I think this is the 3rd year that we're here, and we hope there'll be many more to come. Thank you, Elsie.
Frank, are you able to get up here? Come on up. This is a gentleman that made the Sylvain Club's dream come true. He's the one that started it here, and he's the one that had this building going. The only thing is we're going to have to push the walls out and add about 200 more spaces for about 200 more, right, Frank? Right, we'll hang on in there and we'll get it done. So I want to introduce Frank Roser and his lovely wife, May.
For our lives, I'd like to say you're enjoying yourself again every year. And we welcome those of you who want to come to the good dance. Next Sunday, we're having our anniversary dance.
Concertina Club, I brought some tickets with me. I'll be around with them later. Now I have John Suzanne. Come on up here and say a few words. John never turns me down. No matter when I ask him, he comes. Even though it's boring, he still comes.
Thank you all. It's a pleasure to be here. We're here for every one of your dances. And we wish to come here every year from now on. And
would like to congratulate you as well, very well done. And just keep on the way, and we'll be coming. Thank you, Elsie. Jim Duffy. Jim Duffy supplied on the Jim hand. And now, can you hear me in the back? Right. My name is Ernie Stetz, and I'm the Post Adjutant of Post 196 of the Polish Legion of American Veterans in Spring Hill. And I've been asked to read this program for you today, and it's most fitting since we just passed Veterans Day. Thanksgiving is upon us. But before I do, I'd like to acknowledge our past commander, John Troskis, who's representing our post commander who couldn't be here tonight, our auxiliary president, Ursula Stetz, the Department of Florida of the PLAV Auxiliary, Bernice Troskis. We also have Ed and Dorothy Surma, members, officers of both the Post and Auxiliary of Post 196. Chester and Juliana Andrzejczak, also members of the Post and Auxiliary. Helen Schnebel, the director of the Auxiliary. And John Malinowski and his wife Doris, directors and members of the PLAV Post 196 in Spring Hill. And all the other veterans and auxiliary that came out tonight. I was there. I was there at the dawn's early light. I was there at the twilight last gleaming. I was there with the bombs bursting in air, torn and tattered, but so proudly you hailed. I was there in Germany, France, Italy, Pearl Harbor, Korea, Vietnam, and countless other places. I flew proud and honored. What have I done that I'm allowed to be burned, trampled, and treated with disrespect? Why are so few allowed to desecrate what so many died to protect? For 214 years I've flown to represent this country and its people. Who will be there for me when the next call to arms is made? Will I burn on foreign soil as I do on my own? Who will be there for all of us? It's time to let the government know we will not stand for the burning or desecration of the symbol which stands for this country and its people. Anyone who feels he has the right should just visit the Arlington Cemetery, the Pearl Harbor Memorial, or any one of the cemeteries where our war dead lie in honored respect. There are enough of them. Tell them about the right to burn their flag. If they say it's okay, do what your conscience tells you to do, but not in front of me, because I was there. Were you? This time I've been asked to lead us in a prayer for the deceased veterans. Those with hats, please remove them. Our Heavenly Father, we call upon you at this time as we pay respects to our dearly departed brothers in arms. May their souls and all the souls of the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. And may America stay free and stay strong as she had, thanks to our veterans. Thank you.
Attention for just a few moments. The Concertina Club is playing with a sad heart today. We had one of our members pass away yesterday. He had a heart attack and expired before he got to the hospital. So we've got an empty chair over there sitting for Marty. Marty was a great guy. He not only was a good musician, he was liked by everybody. And everybody liked Marty. So in honor of Marty, I would like to go through Beyond the Sunset one time, and I'd like to have you all bow your heads and say a little prayer for Marty. And after this is over, we'll forget it. But in honor of Marty, let's bow our heads and pray.
Beyond the sunset, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Now, as Marty would have it, where's my girls out here? Let's get going.